na Kwesi Pratt de nsɛm bi abɛtodwa ɔse ɔno ɔnte aseɛ koraa sɛ all of a sudden ɔno deɛ Christian Council abɛkasa ɔse ɔnte aseɛ sɛ President John Dramani Mahama Christian Council for ba ne ho bɛkyerɛ ne sɛ National Cathedral the erstwhile government started here no omusi president former president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo started here say osi when yensi enwie ono na se nyankopon wa hye nyankopon bo Ghana for nti ase se wo nyankopon na wo hye ne bo ye den na wo de Ghana sika na edi sa adwuma no ebe wi ahire wo nsem bebre over $400 million ye di tu amna ewo Ghana ha se ya bim dodo na nti ase enne President John Dramani Mahama aba ban mu Christian Council makone na ase e de go to ju as a president go back na ekosi asori dan for menya me wate na ni nyina aboa e ma oman no etimi yeye mpa ye open mpa ye aboa oman na obetimi akọ bibie ni a uni nyame ntam kwan anwa on say honso be parliament na nka ye ya na nka nyame ejire mu akan asema mayen na president so e show mo boss se se e die asema ba ho omo hwehwem enti omo hwehwem animu sikasem ne ade ye hwehwem nyina akosi e kire ya forensic audit no omo ye nyina ahwia na one Christian Council for atenase na omo hwe kwan omo so asi asori dan no ahwie Kwesi Pratt se da bi ono de he disagree na yenko ne yenkohwe ensem wo de to dwa wo I disagree no ho asem ben na Kwesi Pratt de atodwa. That is what we have on your screens. Ono de ne hashtag aba menim so oba be start bibia o say hashtag I disagree. We me say Kwesi Pratt ankasa ne post here because oye hashtag anti enka I ni disagree no ka betwra bom na yenkan na yento aso ne mfama mo say many things appear to have happened when the leadership of the Christian Council called on the president at the Flagstaff House It is interesting that the Christian Council could ask the president to continue building the so-called National Cathedral, even as they admitted that the people of Ghana are going through excruciating hardship. Christian Council, mwangasa maji atum se Ghana for ho kire omo. Enti ono Kwesi Pratt onti ase se after some waji atum se Ghana for ho kire omo no, yensa mpesika emfa nkosi National Cathedral. This is Kwesi Pratt speaking. Oso onti ase oni omo nya adwen. Anka Christian Council de ahumabo mu se Ghana for ho kire omo a the next thing to do no is it the National Cathedral. Enti eno no so ono de onti ase. Oso what worries me it's not the insensitivity of the men and women in Kasok. It is the response of the John Dramani of the president, who said that after the audit on the cathedral is finished, he will sit down with them to discuss how to build a fitting place of worship. Yes, Christian Council, mona mo se Ghana for ho chiro mo, but abino enya Ghana for asem na munko si National Cathedral. And only ni hano, samona sana mujidi etie they are fine. Nan president na ankasa ne nsem a odi tudwa say ye audit na oni omo betena se na omo ahwe kwan omo besi National Cathedral o say no hwehwe na so onti ase. The point must be made that government has no business building any place of worship with anybody. Enya aban ene enka onu hu ne say Christian Council for mo amukotena se emamon fa bibia me so aban ne kon. Christian Council, you solicit for funds and continue the project. Project in Sika Commune, you show me a bit me aje. Yentime nyenese kokwa, ebe kokwa. Na say abani this can sound fanko shemu party, Kwesi Pratt said debi. Onti ase. And you say the point must be made that government has no business. Abani ni ene Ghana for ni track can be aso mumesi asori da infamano. Or say the people of Ghana did not elect President Mahama to pray for them. They can do that for themselves in their numerous religious centers. Ghana for to aba anfa president. Say omra me bompaye mo. Na say Ghana for person mo bompaye omo kwa asori Kwesi ada. Omo sorry them all night. Any midweek service, any revival, 21 days fasting and prayers. Ebi mu ye 40 days fasting and prayers. Ni nyina mo betimi agina so bompaye de ama mo honya aban ene ebesi bia ama mo so mo bompaye ho. We if you Kwesi Pratt. Also, they voted Mahama and the NDC to ensure that national resources are used sensibly to resolve their concrete problems of unemployment, poor national infrastructure, limited access to social services, and neo-colonial exploitation. And the way any Kwesi Pratt or say, yeah, to Obama Ghana president, say Omabwa na unemployment akese e koso wo Ghana hey omo enhwe na omo emeso ano emfa emma omo rather than say you akosi eye National Cathedral. Limited access to social services, limited access enema abanya create say you get access to no and so Ghana for to aba edema President John Dramani Mahama so omehwe na saa niema we omie mu kese emfama Ghana for say be ya ahoto beba omanim na enye asori dan na Ghana ona so mo ba ya omo eba besi ye nti we every Kwesi Pratt ho and on the bas no de one Christian Council for nya adwene osanso ne president no kra na hwehwe na so no say president nso agi atum say obehwe na National Cathedral no omo ewi audit na omasi o say no de onti ase wo honom ti we Kwesi Pratt ne nsem a ode tudwa wo honom ye beto aso ne de update na abrem ye kɔ Attorney General ho na ye de ensem a efiri ho eba aba betudwa ye nyina enim say there are a lot of mission schools Ghana has say a lot of mission schools ebi Islamic ebi mission and as a charismatic ebi some of the Orthodox churches no most of them almost ACC schools any ade na eno na eho ensema ba say school ni bi wo ho a wokomu a na chese eni kwan say o practices some kind of religious beliefs bi wo ho enti ehun sem bebre eba ma 2024 obi ede Accra Wesley Girls court kire se obi ko ho no ma na ono oye nkramoni ene ese nya ha na obeye nkramosom no wa ha mission school enti wontimi meye nkramosom ene ma no ewo Methodist ha sei enti ehun sem bebre ena ebobo ba nti 2024 December Shafiq Osman ena de Wesley Girls School no court enti no ena Attorney General de honsam ebetu dwa o kire se the mission schools na Ghana has say they still have the liberty, they still have their right to ensure say omo beliefs are being practiced, omo agasa beliefs are being practiced in the school. Yenkofa afufo bi beliefs am practice wo omo school mu ho. Attorney General say they still have that right to ensure say omo believe no omo ebe maintain wo schools no mu. Na we ena one Ghanaian lawyer on also eden the right up tintin amba also on tiase say o kasasa na emu masem a omo ede court a omo guso a omo eka no omo wi asem na ebehu asem no nyina pom asibre na yahwe say mission schools no because okọ some other schools are you hear beka other schools how they do their things there e dey akyeremo anyhow these schools also especially he spoke about the Methodist Church how they also want things to be done in their schools yankon kind way they write up na yemfa emremo we from the law platform and no na Hubertie Esquire or treye we see something very interesting is going on today. Back in December 2024 Shafiq Osman, a Ghanaian lawyer and PhD candidate at the London School of Economics, sued Wesley Girls Senior High School and the government at the Supreme Court. I don't know sue omo Shafiq Osman December 2024 the omo echo court Wesley Girls Senior High School or the omo court or say his argument was very simple. A public school cannot lawfully restrict the religious rights of Muslim students nor compel them to practice a faith they do not subscribe to. He grounded his case in the Constitution and international human rights principles. Enti sami yankamuni nam kopiem ewo Roman asori ni school bi mu a yesi minsi rosary. Me yankamuni no by force minsi rosary. There are some schools they will ensure say no matter your background, the yeye wo hono e wo so nso ye den uye bi SDA ye bekwa sorry Saturday a so wo SDA school na se wo so uye bi na se wo so ayire ne kete wo sa school mu a e wo so nso so ginam na uye bi as a Muslim ubegina ma ye bi enti eno na ekoso some schools are doing it, some schools are not doing it. Mission schools no enti eno ho write up now but today the Attorney General has taken a very different position. According to the Attorney General, Wesley Girls is not a public school in the ordinary sense. It is a school owned by the Methodist Church but managed and funded by the government of Ghana. The state funds it. The state funds it. Yes, but that funding does not strip the school of its right to preserve its ownership and Methodist character. Aban ne boss school ne hoka. School ne Methodist ne dia. Methodist sorry ne dia, but aban e bo hoka. Nti aban e bo hoka no nkyere se Methodist omo niema omo ye their practices any omo beliefs no yen tontwene da bi. Yes na just say the ownership no so o ya to atwene o ya age kwata de free ye Methodist for ensem eno any attorney general the argument no so e dey trying to side with the mission schools no eno na eba say o say under today's governing law faith-based schools are explicitly recognized as unique institutions within the public system. They enter formal agreements with the GES, maintain representation at the national level, and are legally acknowledged as faith-based bodies. Wesley Girls, therefore, in the AG's view, remains a Methodist mission school that receives government support but retains its rights to practice and promote its religion. And yes, practicing and promoting its religion. They want to make sure that people that pass through the school will complete the school, go out there, and yes, promote the religion and also promote the Methodist Church. And that is one of motiva. They come out to set up schools as and I say set up these mission schools, no. And yes, also so the real question before the court is no longer just about fasting or prayer. It is about the status of mission schools in Ghana's constitutional order. Are they public schools bound to absolute religious neutrality or faith-based institutions with protected identities even within the public education framework? What the court decides will redefine the relationship between the states, religion, and education in Ghana for years to come. And the another question is, public schools, no, are they bound, say, although abide a bon omuhuka, but for them to ensure religious neutrality, say we are neutral. Soon be won't be able about Methodist school, and I say they want to ensure say we are Methodist here and I'll be bahobi. Onye Methodist here and because so will make sure say they be and we be. You can't also come there and come and practice. Onyema and it say James Sane Amedi omo niema omo ye ewo other schools muno untimi nya bi wo ho. And the other way around, some Christians communities and as some Christian students omo ewo Christians on campus fellowship. Some schools be even in as much as Islamic school, no, they are allowed to practice their Christian religion and as a Christian belief. And it is a say in some courts, no, you can't court assembly we are and no any better say. So your mission school obema kwine to practice a religious neutrality, and I say you maintain your beliefs as a mission school and make sure so be obeba hobia say Roman and Oya Yakubu and also Oya Muhammad Hwania Oba Obefa Rosary no ase ewo Islamic schools also no matter Christian suma oye oko Islamic school ha also do mama bebo form ewo ho no menti no ene nsama wo quarter Attorney General they also sided with currently omo masem ho apa so a Methodist church no or sided with them so they can continue to ensure say omo be practice omo beliefs ewo ho no because aban fande omo na aban sika o de hwe omo no nkyere say the ownership too will be taken away from them. Enti ehwe assembly kosi because 2024 December na court ye gina mu ni ahwe be kwa akọwie ewo ho no ye to